Walking into a space that's clean and organized just seems like a dream, but here are some things that I have learned that have really helped me to stay organized and neat and clean. Oh, and be sure to stay tuned to the end because I have a bonus tip that you're really going to like. Let's get started. So the first tip I have here is to make it easy for everyone. Everyone needs to know your expectations about the house. Let them know what your systems are, what you have in place, and decide if it is going to work for everyone. You might also want to use labels because with labels you can keep like items together and it makes it easy for everyone to know where things belong. Organized people always make sure that everything has a place. For example, I have a lot of throw blankets around my house and I like to always have a place for them to be so that everyone knows where to put them once they've used them. As you can see, we use them, then we throw them across the chair, but at the end of the night, they need to know where they belong. So I created this basket that's right here in the living room to put all of our baskets. The same thing with the spices. I have a spice drawer so that you can see where all the spices belong. It makes it really easy for everyone to know exactly where to put them. Another example, in my laundry room I have these hooks so that when someone has something that's wet they can hang it on the hook and they don't have to put it in there with the other laundry. If you want to stay organized, you must tidy daily. Take at least 10 minutes a day. You can do it 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the afternoon just to stay on top of things. You want to start with the most used areas like your bathroom, your kitchen, and your bedroom because those are the areas that tend to get cluttered up really quickly. You might want to use a timer just to make sure you stay on track and you're not spending too much time in one area. I use this especially in my kitchen when I'm cleaning up to make sure that I spend enough time to do the things that I need to do while staying on track. I also have the video up here that I'm going to link up here in the top that will show you some hacks that I've used to keep your kitchen clean. Organized people create routines. In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear says a habit is a routine or behavior that is performed regularly and in many cases automatically. I especially do this with my laundry because I have a lot of laundry, but to stay on top of it, I have to do it at least twice a week. Another important factor is that once I do my laundry, I fold it up immediately. I do not let laundry carry over to the next day because it will pile up and then it just becomes a mess that I just don't want to have to tackle. So I make sure that I fold it up and I put it away. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really like for you to become part of my family. Here's another important tip. Grab something as you leave. When you leave a room, just pick up things that you see that are out of order. It lessens the amount of cleanup that you have to do later. You might want to also grab a basket and just put those things in there and then put them all away. Create landing stations. It's so good to know exactly where my keys belong, where my purse belongs, so that when I come in the house, I know exactly where to put them. Others know exactly where to put their things too. Everyone knows where to place their shoes when they come in from outside. And we also have a designated area where we hang the leash each time we walk the dog, and everyone knows where it is. Another thing that organized people do is they take advantage of their vertical space. In my laundry room, I put in these floating shelves and use these storage containers so that I can store a lot of things that I use on a regular basis and things I don't use on the upper shelves. I did the same thing in the closet in my bedroom. This is where I store my out-of-season clothes so they stay out of the way and neatly packed. Another thing that's important is to keep your horizontal space minimal. You don't want to have a lot of things out. It makes it so much more difficult to clean. I keep the space on my island reserved for just that one thing and only keep the things that I use on my countertop like those cutting boards and of course paper towels. My microwave is the only appliance I have on that side, as well as just some cooking utensils on the other side of my oven. I do the same thing in my bathrooms. I like to just keep just a little bit of decor and only the things that we need in the bathroom on the counter. So here's a bonus tip that I think will make it easier. Start with the basics. Don't overwhelm yourself with thinking about cleaning up the whole room. Start with something small like I did here in my bedroom. I decided I was going to go ahead and clean off just the top of my nightstand. I really wanted to see progress in this area. I knew I also had to clean out the drawer and the cabinets underneath, but I decided to tackle one area at a time. I did the same thing in my closet. I had a lot of duplicates of things that I thought I needed, but I just wasn't wearing. So I decided to go into my closet, pull out the things that were duplicates, and start to get rid of them. And that was a lot easier to manage.
Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button below and leave me a comment and tell me which tip that you like that you think you can implement today or this week. I'd really like to hear from you. And until we meet again, hugs and love. Bye.